আদাব শুভ সন্ধ্যা ওয়েলকাম টু 24 আওয়ার্স টিভি চ্যানেল। প্রত্যেক দিন আমি যে নতুন নতুন ব্যক্তিত্বের সঙ্গে আপনাদের পরিচয় করাই সেটাই নয়, আমরা কিন্তু শিখে নিই নতুন নতুন স্কিলস এবং আমরা এটাও শিখেছি যে মেয়েরা কি না করতে পারে, মেয়েরা নতুন প্রাণ সৃষ্টি করতে পারে, মেয়েরা প্রত্যেকটা মানুষের জীবন পজিটিভিটিতে ভরিয়ে দিতে পারে। সেই রকমই আপনি যদি জানতে চান আপনার লাইফে আগামী দিনগুলোতে কি ঘটতে চলেছে, সেই প্রেডিকশন জানার জন্য আজকে আমাদের সাথে রয়েছে ওয়ান অফ মাই ফ্রেন্ড এবং তার সাথে সাথে সাকসেসফুল উইমেন অন্টারপ্রেনিউর আভিলাষা বাফনা। নমস্কার আভিলাষা, ওয়েলকাম টু 24 আওয়ার্স টিভি চ্যানেল।
থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ।
আভিলাষা, উইমেন অন্টারপ্রেনিউর এইটা সম্পর্কে আমরা যখনই কথা বলতে যাই আমাদেরকে শুরু করতে হয় বেশ কিছুটা পিছন দিক থেকে। উই হ্যাভ টু স্টার্ট ফ্রম আওয়ার চাইল্ডহুড, রাইট? বিকজ चाइल्डहुड टाइमिंग इज़ द रूट टाइमिंग ऑफ एनी ह्यूमन। आपका स्टार्टिंग जितना अच्छा रहेगा आपका अपब्रिंगिंग उतना अच्छा रहेगा, राइट? Abhilasha, we would like to know about your schooling, your hometown and your alma mater.
So I am from Ahmednagar. It's a city in Maharashtra, and I did my schooling from Army School, and post that I'm a science student. I pursued my graduation in textile sciences as a fashion designer from School of Fashion Technology, and after which I have studied in Milan for a year and a half, did my post-graduation in fashion marketing and communication, worked in Milan also. After which I did work for some time when I got back to India, and after I think a year or so of my returning, I did a postgraduate diploma in counseling psychology as well.
Great. Yeah. So, Abhilasha, if somebody would like to opt this career of tarot reading, which qualifications they should acquire?
So for tarot reading, there is no qualification as such which is required, because like I have said that, you know, we are human beings and we have the power of intuition which is very strong within us, and that is how you start working with your intuition, and that is when you studying tarot, simultaneously you're also developing your intuition to increase its capacity, and that is how you become a better tarot card reader, because you bank upon your intuitive caliber of your understanding.
Great. Thank you so much for adding value to this session. Wow. So tarot reading is really, I would like to say that it's now booming career, okay? So we would like to know, and 24 hours TV people would like to know, Abhilasha, about what is occult science, why you have opted for tarot reading, and how does it heal on our society?
So basically, occultism is as old as the Harappan civilization in India is. Because astrology was somewhat connected, means astrology is a very major part of each and every Indian or each and every human being around, and occultism is as old as that. Occultism is basically a science which is derived from the transition of planets, the etheric entities which starts having effect on the physical body or the physical entities. That is how the occult sciences came into existence. Astrology, tarot, numerology, demonology, all of these are parts and parcels or little aspect of occult sciences. Like how we break down basic science into biology, chemistry, physics. That is how occultism is broken down into all these sciences. Each science has its own way of dealing and explaining people as to how is it affecting them.
Wow. So now I would like to know that why you have chosen this occult science or the astrology or tarot reading as a career, and how people get benefits out of it.
So basically I started learning tarot out of my own curiosity, and so my curiosity led me to learn from whatever avenues possible. And that time in India there were not very many people who were very proficient in teaching tarot, because tarot is a subject which doesn't need too much of various understanding, but it needs, what is it called as, you need to hone your intuition. We are human beings and we are born with the sense of intuition. It is just some of us over a period of time with our meditation or with certain kind of practices, we awaken our intuition. Rest of them, it lays dormant in them. But intuition is a part of our life. So having said that, when I started, when I had learned tarot, and I would do reading for family members, friends, relatives, so it was giving quite a thrill. And then as I started to understand that people have started benefiting from my tarot reading, I could help them assess more into their life and try to bring out more good out of them to sort their life purpose. Because the basic bottom line of tarot is to help yourself or others realize their purpose. Our every day, our every hour, every minute has a purpose. Most of the time we feel that what we are doing right now is something which is manifested just right now. But whereas we have manifested it somewhere in our thought processes, and it has taken shape into reality, and it is a process which has gone on for probably years, months or weeks or whatever time, but it's not something which has just appeared out of nowhere.
Wow, amazing, Abhilasha. Thank you so much for adding these values to today's session. Right now, Abhilasha, I would like to know about the prediction part, so I am selecting one card, this one.
Basically, if you see, this card has a picture of a woman, and each card has around 100-120 meanings depending on where it opens and how it opens. So the background has something to say, the foreground has something to say, whatever is happening on the card has something to do with you. So if I have to predict this card for you, it means that you are a person who has a lot of strength and you're a sole discretionary authority in whatever you have to do. So in other words, if I have to say that you're the person who takes on all the authority and you lead by an example for other people, especially in your organization.
Yes, the last part I won't say in my own, but yes, the first part, yes, I always take the authority. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this valuable prediction.
Thank you.
Abhilasha, there are so many people, they do not understand what is aura, energy, nazar. So, वो लोग समझते नहीं हैं ये क्या है. So, how do you deal with that type of people?
See, basically, I would say that aura, energy, nazar are three different things if you see it individually, but they're all interconnected. Yes. Aura is the energy body which we carry around ourselves. So anytime anything is to go wrong, anything has to go wrong somewhere, you start feeling a little heavy in your chest, you start feeling a little queasy in your stomach, is all because of your aura senses something which is not favorable for you. Energy is negative or positive. So if there's negative energy, too much of negative energy manifests into nazar kind of a thing. कि बहुत टाइम कितनी खूबसूरत लग रही है, कितना अच्छी लग रही है, ये है वो है, and then you see the next thing that she probably, a girl has a breakout, or you know, she falls down or something of that sort. Similarly, it goes for men, kids especially, because their energy field is very strong, at the same time very weak when it comes to negativity. So we will do a small activity where I would want you to hold one matchstick in your palm, and just for a 10 seconds time, think whatever it is, however your day has gone so far.
So, Abhilasha, should I think positive or negative?
No, you don't have to think positive or negative. You just imagine how your day has gone by. I mean, visualize your day which has gone by so far, and then drop it in the water.
Great.
Drop it in the water. How is it moving?
Anti-clockwise. It's moving anti-clockwise.
Now hold this.
On the same hand.
Think something positive.
Should I? No, again it's moving anti.
No, but it's slow.
It's slow, yes.
So you would need to clear your energies more so that that speed, it gains an optimum speed and moves clockwise.
Wow.
Yeah, so even if you are into a bad situation and you have one positive thought, hold on to that thought, because a lot of scientists have done research. We also know about Tesla's research of 369. Similarly, there is a gentleman called James T. Mangan who had done a research, and he said that any thought can be manifested within 17 seconds. That is the frequency of thought. So I urge everybody to have as positive outlook or as positive thought process as possible.
Great, amazing, I would like to say, and it really works. So my next question is, Abhilasha, connected with this question, which is in this healing session or in this tarot reading session, when you provide this kind of services to people for their optimum solution, you get there are so kind of sensitive clients, right? Because this therapy is directly connected with the people's emotion. So how do you deal with that?
So see, basically I would want to say that there are various ways of dealing with the client. Firstly, for me, the most important aspect is, where is the client coming from? If you see, I don't have very huge presence on social media or any kind of these telemarketing or any of these services, and for a simple reason of fact that I want people who have genuine issues to avail my help. Because most of the time what happens is, in such a herd race, you forget or you get away from the actual people who needs your help. I'm not negating anybody over here, but like you said that yes, I do deal with a lot of sensitive clients, and for my kind of work I only have two pillars on which my brand Soothsayer, Demystify Your Destiny stands. Is firstly, there is 100% confidentiality from my side, because in a session a client opens up about the darkest of the secrets of their life, something which if gets onto the wrong ears can be devastating for them. And secondly is, I don't sugarcoat. So if I see something is not going to come in your favor, and if you are chasing it for a very long time, just to please you, I'll not say that हाँ ये हो जाएगा. अगर नहीं होने वाला होगा तो नहीं होगा. हाँ हो जाएगा बोल के मैं आपको झूठी तसल्ली दे के, I don't want you to feel that no, she's saying exactly what I'm thinking. That is exactly how tarot doesn't work. And this blessing which I have in form of tarot with me, it is also because of my attitude of how I carry this along with me. Because I know that all of this is there because I could probably disconnect from a client and get into my reality. Because as a woman entrepreneur or as a woman, we wear too many hats, and it is important that we keep our hats separate. As a businesswoman, as a mother, as a wife, as a daughter-in-law, we do perform a lot of roles and with overlapping responsibilities. So if we can manage it in harmony, we could create a symphony, otherwise it would just be noise.
Exactly. Wow, well said, Abhilasha. It's amazing. So, your next question, or I would like to tell you that your every questions what I am going to ask you is interrelated to each other. So, during this session, sometimes you could be harsh to your clients, sometimes you should be genuine to your clients, because you have to tell them the darkest truth of their life, right? So how many difficult clients or how many difficult situations you have handled till now?
So if I have to say, up until now I must have done over 1,000 odd readings, and the difficult, see, every client is unique, easy and difficult in their own ways. But at times, you know, we live in a society which actually makes us self-sabotage ourselves. So there was this client who had come to me in 2016. So she came to me and she's like, there's some kind of issue with me. You know, everybody around me are so positive, so helpful, blah, blah, blah. But I am not able to live up to their expectations. So when I did her reading for the first time, and I understood that what she's saying is a picture which she has created in her own mind. And she's been led to believe that picture. And she's self-sabotaging herself. So when I did the reading and I tried to make her understand a little, and there was a huge reluctance which I faced. So then I realized that I have to also tap into my counseling psychology period of my life and bring it up to her. So did some counseling, gave some counseling to her husband as well, and then I asked them that there are few things which are there in your house, and when they acknowledged that fact that there is something of such kind, it came to them, and they started to understand that there is a lot of energy at play where people are actually wanting to break up their marriage. And that is when they started to realize and started to take sessions and take the reading a little more seriously, and started to look into remedies as a part of betterment towards their life.
Really great practice. So right now I would like to ask you, Abhilasha, that you are doing a difficult task very easily, being a women entrepreneur, right? So how do you balance your work with your life? So just to give some important tips for today's session to my audience, how to do the work-life balance very easily.
So basically, like I said earlier, you know, we women wear a lot of hats at the same time. So it's important for us to keep our hats separate so that we don't mess up into our responsibility and we create a symphony out of our responsibilities. But I know with situations that we have, especially after COVID, where the families have started to be more of a support system to each other, and it's a very harmonious time in a way, if you see. So I would always say that whenever needed, ask for help. Asking doesn't make you small. Asking doesn't make you feel low. If you're asking for it, which means that somewhere you have accepted that you need help, and it's good to ask for help. So I would suggest that whenever you need any kind of help, support, any clarity, ask. Because without asking, not even God gives you anything.
Yes, absolutely. So, Abhilasha, being a woman, what should be your message for all the women entrepreneurs in our society and in India as well?
So see, basically, we have taken up a very huge responsibility on ourselves to not just take care of our family, but also to make difference in society in totality. And it is not an easy job, believe me. But the little things what you see when you since I'm a mother of a 5.5-year-old son, so when he knows that I am to go for a meeting and he would make an effort to get ready on his own to go to school, and my husband would help him do the chores of the house, as in chores of his day-to-day, help him into doing day-to-day chores like brushing and giving him a bath and everything. So everybody starts taking up their responsibility. So it's it's a very beautiful situation or a very beautiful scenario to be part of. So I would suggest that if you have an opportunity to even begin something on your own, you might not have a huge office to yourself, you might not have a huge business idea, but start small and you'll grow big, definitely.
Really amazing and true words said by Abhilasha. So Abhilasha, I would like to ask you, what is your future plans with tarot reading?
So basically with tarot reading, I want to help out as many people as I can, and especially women, because most of the time I feel that if woman is at peace in the house, everything is at peace. So that is one of the aspect of my plan. Second is that I want to probably take up becoming an author in tarot.
Yes.
And so these are little bit of bits and pieces of plans here and there, nothing formulated like a reading yet, but soon I think I should have something.
Thank you so much Abhilasha, and it's a good wish from the 24 Hours TV team to full all of your aspirations, right? Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
আজকে খুব সুন্দর সুন্দর টিপস আমরা জানতে পারলাম ট্যারো রিডিং সম্পর্কে, কাকে বলা হয় ট্যারো রিডিং, এইটার মাধ্যমে কিভাবে তোমার লাইফে হিলিং হতে পারে। তোমরা যদি সরাসরি যোগাযোগ করতে পারো তাহলে স্ক্রিনে দেওয়া এই নাম্বারে সরাসরি ফোন করতে পারো বা স্ক্রোলে যাওয়া এই ডিটেলসে যোগাযোগ করতে পারো। আর এই ধরনের সুন্দর সুন্দর ইনফোটেইনমেন্ট জানতে সব সময় চোখ রাখো 24 আওয়ার্স টিভি পর্দায়, কারণ 24 আওয়ার্স টিভি সবার পাশে সব